Okay, I think that's...
Spider webs.
nobody yet, so I guess I should come over and sit down, right?
Oh yeah.
Can we adjust this chair?
Oh yeah, we are live. Good evening. Hello. I don't know if anybody is on here yet, so we'll wait a couple minutes. If you
Okay.
guys don't know who we are, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Carl.
Yeah. And we're Happy's family, so thank you for tuning in. Yeah. Ryan said hey. Lawnscapes of America said hey. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty
we're well.
busy though.
Vicky said hello. Yeah, so we're good. We're just busy, so tired. Like towards the end of the season.
Is it getting cold up there yet in Michigan? Right, that's where Vicky
Oh,
and them
Vicky,
are.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
Lucy said hi.
Hopefully the reception's pretty good.
All American said hi, guys. Yeah, hopefully you guys can hear us, and we have kids inside that are, still on the internet, so hopefully.
They didn't suck down all the, I guess, internet.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not, breaking up or anything, and you guys can hear us.
So are you guys ready for fall leaves? I told Rachel the colors are going to be changing. Probably in about 2 weeks down here, we'll start seeing a lot of leaves changing. We were looking out at the mountains. Where were we at? Where did we go? Oh, we were doing our last aeration today. Not our last one, the last one for the day.
Yeah.
And I was looking out, and I told Rachel, you see all the colors out there?
Yeah.
I didn't see them when I sprayed that lawn 2 weeks ago.
And the colors are and it's gonna happen quick, I think.
Well, the maples go first.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's
And the
the
dogwoods.
maples, the dogwoods, all that. Vicky said it's actually still in the 60s and 70s, so that's nice.
Nice. Yeah, we're running about 3 to I think 5 degrees above normal in our temperatures. And I was telling Rachel our nighttime temperatures are still, I think the lowest we're supposed to go now is 52 degrees, I think it is, at night here, which is good for the next 2 weeks because we're still doing our aerations.
Yeah, for sure. So Hilda said, hello, how are you?
Ooh.
Oh.
I guess I should wait for it.
Yeah. Yogurt Thief said, evening, how often do you change out your blades?
I've been bad this year, but I like to do it. We should be doing it every week, but we only mow 40 lawns, so they don't get too dull, and most of the lawns we mow are pretty good. We don't hit rocks or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So every 2 to 3 weeks, to be honest with you, probably.
Yeah.
Probably closer to the 3 weeks. We are going to change them probably tomorrow. I'm going to sharpen them. Only because the lawns we're going to start mowing soon are ones we just aerated and seeded.
So we want good fresh blades.
Yeah,
for
to
sure.
cut all the grass nice and even in the new grass.
All American said, how many hours do you have on the Ferris 61 on the Beast?
Oh, I don't even know.
I don't even know, to be honest with you either. We have been mowing all season. We know that when the transmission went down at the beginning of the season, it was like what? It was over 500 hours, right?
It was like 600, I think.
Mm-hmm. So I don't even know. We will have to let you guys know, definitely.
I'm going to say closer to 700 hours now.
Yeah, I love that mower. So
now that mower is giving us a little, it's like twitching a little.
It's a little hesitant on the one side when we're going up mountains, so that is a little concerning for sure.
I'm hoping it's not the right side hydro now. I'm going to tighten the tension belt for the hydros. There's a tension belt. It broke before and it messed up the one pulley on the one side. So maybe I need to tighten it a little more.
Yeah.
Because it got worse when we were both standing on the mower and driving up the hill.
Yeah. So it did because I wasn't feeling it like that.
So maybe it stretched that belt some. So
maybe.
I'll have to try that tomorrow and see if that works.
Vicky said our leaves are coming down. It's been so dry. So I completely understand. We have seen that in years past where if we've been drier, the leaves do come down sooner. It's crazy.
And we have been pretty dry. We're supposed to get rain tomorrow night. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Like they're saying now 4 inches of rain. But that's the first time in 2 weeks now, I think.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. It's like from one extreme to the other, and I feel like we've been saying this for a couple seasons now.
Definitely.
To be honest,
It's gonna
with
probably
you.
be even worse next season.
So, Luke said hi,
Hey,
and
Luke.
yeah, and Virgil said it's starting to get cold here in Philly. So, my dad lives in Northeast Philly, and we told him to go ahead and aerate and seed. So hopefully it's not too late
Yeah,
to do that.
I would. You guys are zone 7 there. Now, if you don't know, for new subscribers, we're from New Jersey, Philadelphia area. Our whole family's from Philadelphia, Northeast.
Yeah.
And we're from South Jersey, so. But now North Carolina.
Yeah. Julie said, I live in California Bay Area and it was near 80 degrees today, so we're having another round of summer.
Now,
Yeah.
California, I seen you guys with the pattern we're supposed to get over here. They're saying you guys are supposed to get a cool down soon. I like watching weather. There's some kind of double ridge going up and down. We're getting a lot of moisture next week from the Gulf, but I thought I seen because you guys we have the dip and you guys have the you're supposed to
Carl
get
watches
cooler,
weather
so.
for sure.
Now you guys are hot and dry. I hope you guys get a rainy season
I know.
this year.
It would be nice, right?
Yeah.
Vicky said we'll have a week of peak colors, then cleanup will begin.
Nice.
I'm not looking forward to leaf cleanup.
I'm looking forward to the colors. We're gonna drive you guys through the mountains over here and show you guys all the colors when they start to change.
Back outside said love y'all. Well, we
Thanks.
love all of you guys.
Yes,
too,
definitely.
for sure.
You guys helped us get to 10,000 subscribers. We appreciate you guys so much.
Thank you very much. Yeah, for sure. Jay Barringer said, guys, tell me that you're all rooting for our Panthers tomorrow at Dallas Cowgirls.
Well, I'm not a Panthers fan, but I am rooting for the Panthers because I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm a Giants fan, and Rachel's an Eagles fan. So if you guys don't know, half our family,
we're split.
We're split. Rachel, well, it's me, Chase, right?
Well,
or no, me, Jared, and
Kayla.
and Paige
Oh,
are
Paige.
Giants fans.
Oh yeah.
Kayla and Rachel are Eagles fans, and then trying to course Chase, but he can be a Carolina Panthers fan.
Yeah, because he's the only one.
He's the only child born in North
born
Carolina.
and raised. And we don't actually watch much football anymore. We used to watch tons of football, but it just, since we've moved here and have the lawn care and landscaping, we're so busy with lawn care and landscaping that really Sunday is our only day to, either do stuff with the kids or the farm or take care of our property.
And the last couple of weeks we've been working on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're done. Tomorrow we're going to be doing work around here, cleaning up. We want to bring all the plants that can be winterized up into the driveway, hopefully.
Yeah.
So
All American, I don't mean to cut you short, but
that's fine.
He said, I love the mower too. I've been through 2 drive belts and a PTO clutch on mine, and I've only got 300 hours on it.
Oh.
Yeah, wow, that's tough. I'm sorry to hear that. A PTO clutch, I'm a little interested in hearing that because just in the past in the past week, right?
Yeah.
When we go to pull up the PTO, you really have to finagle it.
I think it's the switch, though. We have another switch because if I pull it up lightly sometimes or in different ways, the PTO stays on and the blades still stay on. So.
Jay Barringer said, next week we play Eagles in Charlotte.
Oh.
I think I heard that they're not very good this year anyway, so.
And I'll be rooting for Carolina when the Eagles play them because I'm rooting for the Eagles to lose. Sorry.
Thanks. So, Brian Welsh, Prime Cuts Lawn, said, hi, Rachel and Carl, from down under, very, very wet here and spring is ready to burst out.
Oh, yeah, you guys just came out of your winter season down in Australia.
Jay Barringer said, attaboy. Yeah, so, a wet spring is always good for growing.
Yes, definitely.
Spring grass is always fun, though. And
You almost want a wet fall too, but then when you're doing all the leaves, that becomes a mess.
Okay, I'm not sure if I'm saying this right. Marrakech, hello from Seattle, Washington. Very cool. So Zane said, what's the difference from Black Beauty and Black Beauty Ultra? Do you know the difference?
It's more expensive by like $40 or $50.
The Ultra is. I do know that. So, from what I understand, the Black Beauty is an elite fescue blend, and the Black Beauty Ultra may have more of a blend in it.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure because we only use the yellow bag of Black Beauty. That's what we can get from our sod farm, and that's where we're getting it.
And we think that the 25% we added last year with the triple tall fescue from Site 1, we think the Black Beauty showed more in the lawns during all the stress.
Yeah.
And it specifically says that on the bag, and that's what the sod field we get our sod from. That's what they use, and the sod's really good there. Better than the other sod field that's, I think, a bigger one around here, right?
Yeah.
We do Turf Mountain. The other one is Super Sod.
Yeah. So, Jay said, in all seriousness, been a long time sub, only 180 miles from Asheville. You all do very good work. Keep it up. Thank you very much. We do appreciate all of you guys, and we know that we have many, many subs that have been like long time subs.
Yes, definitely.
You know, even people that we remember seeing comments from years ago, and we may not see a whole lot of comments from them now, but every once in a while you guys let us know that you're still watching, so thank you.
even when people stop commenting sometimes, we have some that just stop commenting, and you wonder, you hope nothing happened to them, you know.
Yeah.
Because we do notice when people don't comment for a while, even though we can't respond to every single comment.
Mm-hmm. So Brian said lots of broadleaf weeds such as dandelion, capeweed, and what we call sticky weeds. So do you guys have...
I think I know what the sticky weed is, right? It usually grows in beds, mulch beds, and you know when you pull it, a whole bunch of it, it's really sticky.
Yeah, what is that though? I don't know what we call it. I'm not sure. We don't have a whole lot of that.
No, because a lot of the properties we've been maintaining for a while. And the way we did it this year with spraying the 2,4-D, the momentum, we did 3-4 weeks ago now. Mm-hmm. We never did that before going into the fall, and it worked really well. A lot of the lawns looked a lot better when we came back a couple times to mow, and then now we're hitting it with the tenacity when we put the seed down to get any of the grassy weeds.
The lawns were actually starting to look very sorry towards, in August. We were like, oh my goodness. And then I think it did help. We got a little bit more rain in
we
September.
got like an inch and a half of rain like 2 Tuesdays ago, I think.
Yeah, and then you did spray, and it did make a huge difference. So
we're always trying new things, new ways to do things.
Yeah. Yeah, he said, yes, that's right, Carl. Sticky weed. I use dicamba. I don't know. Do you use that? You don't use that. So somebody's saying, do you stay busy in winter season, or winter is wet and slow for the lawn care business?
Okay, now in previous years in the beginning, no, we had no work in the winter time really. And as we got our name out there and the seasons went on, we'd have a nice big, probably $4,000 or $5,000 job every winter. And then now it's just gotten to the point where we've gotten so many clients that want work and have been with us for a while.
Yeah.
That we push our projects through after leaf season, pretty much. And this year we have a lot of projects in the pipeline.
Landscapings, hardscapings. Carl one year built steps going up a mountain.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
All by hand. I didn't have any tool. I dug out the mountain with a spade shovel.
Yeah.
All the way up the mountain, put railroad ties in a U shape, rebarred them all in, and carried buckets of stone up the mountain to fill them all in. They look really nice.
Yeah, it did.
But that's
I would like to get another job like that, to be honest with you. It would be really nice. And then what else? What other I guess like drainage. We do a lot of drainage projects in our off season, just because that's when we can do them.
Yeah.
We tell our clients mowing season is mowing season, and anything else needs to be scheduled around. So we're very lucky that we have good clients
Yes.
and awesome clients. So Jay said we went through 2 bottles of tenacity during aeration so far. Yikes, a lot of weeds in some new yards.
Oh yeah, what did I?
So how many bottles are we up to?
I think I'm up to 3, maybe going on my 4th bottle.
You might be 4 because I ordered
the tenacity
one.
does 96,000 square feet if you do it by the thing. It should treat 96,000 square feet, and I think I'm gonna be done with my 3rd bottle. I'm pretty sure. I don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
But I know it's 3. No, and we still have, I think 10 or 15 aerations to do still.
Yeah. So we went through a lot of tenacity.
But we got the big one done. That was the one that was kind of weighing on me the whole time because.
So you used almost one. You used a half a bottle for that big one, right?
For Joe's?
Yeah.
No, almost the whole bottle. I think I used.
Oh.
Yeah, well, no. I guess it's 3/4 of a bottle because I think it was almost 80,000 square feet.
Oh my goodness, that's
So
crazy.
a lot of walking. I think I did.
Yeah.
I think I did. I went back and sprayed the other part. You guys didn't see that video, and I think that day we walked 8. I walked 8.5 miles.
I know. We really do need to get them a stand-on.
It keeps me in
sprayer.
shape, guys.
Oh.
Moving keeps you young.
And everybody keeps asking too why we don't have the attachment for the front of the aerator. People know that there's an attachment.
Yes,
for
we do
the
know there's an
aerator.
attachment for that. And
Yeah, we do know.
looking back a couple years when we got it, I think we probably should have invested in that.
Yeah,
because
we just didn't.
We just didn't.
I don't know why we didn't, and we probably should have.
And
Then we kept pushing it off because we kept saying, well, we don't want to spend, the
It's
almost
expensive.
$2,000, I think, for that attachment.
yeah, I don't know
Right,
what it
because
was. It was pretty
I
expensive.
thought it was I thought it was. I can't quite remember now, so don't quote us. But, we just kept saying, well, instead of spending the money on that, we might as well wait and just put it all towards
a spray, stand-on
yeah.
sprayer, and spreader.
And then,
sprayer, spreader.
of course, life happens. We have 4 children, and this is it. This is our income. This is, our business, and we don't have any other jobs. So, and YouTube is nice because it gives us a little bit of spending money here and there, gas money, which is very lovely. So we appreciate all of you guys.
I can say for
supporting
certain.
us.
I can say for certain, it's more than likely we will be getting one next season.
Yeah.
Just not this season.
We were going to this season, and then, like I said, life happened, and we needed to make sure that Kayla went off to school in a dependable vehicle.
Yeah, so
just
that was
because
the
it was-
investment we
yeah.
made instead of
Yeah.
the stand-on sprayer.
So Lucy said, you look great sitting with all the plants around you.
I'm glad you guys like it. I kind of set it up like that because these are all the fuchsia baskets we still have alive. I haven't killed them, even though when I was moving them today, I noticed that they are super dry. And we are going to try to save these, right, through the winter.
Yeah, I think we said that we're gonna maybe even try to take clippings and
Yes.
even make them into new plants. So we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
I mean, it is all gonna matter if it stays alive until our busy season is over,
Yes.
because it doesn't look like our season's.
Slowing down anytime soon,
Yeah.
which is a good thing.
So-
But what you do, I guess, cut them all back, and then we'll put them in the basement where it's cool and a little bit of light.
Billy from Maryland, do you plant your grass seed upside down? I'm not really sure what that means.
No, I
Plant our grass seed upside down? I mean, we put it in a spreader.
Yeah, rotary spreader, set it on. I set it on I've been setting a little high, 17.
And then I
16.
become the seed fairy and just take handfuls
And the guard on
any
them
areas that I think, or any more bare areas, I will go ahead and just, throw a little extra on.
Now, it would be nice eventually to invest in a slit seeder to do the lawns.
Yeah.
When we do aeration because it actually slit seeds it into the ground and it leaves the seed in there kind of. But then we have all the plugs. We aerate the heck out of yards. Like
Yeah, we core aerate. So,
mm,
and we go, we say cross core aeration, but Carl and I, we really benefit from husband and wife team when it comes to this because we can take our time
mm,
and areas that we think that maybe we should go over a little bit more, we can go over a little bit more. So it's nice.
yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Mr. and Mrs. Walter Job, hello. I
Hey.
said hello, yes. Okay, Jody said it's been a while, but these folks are the most beautiful and heartwarming couple on YouTube. Oh, that is.
Thanks, we appreciate
Yeah,
that.
thank you. Carmen said, I just watched your last video and now I see you guys are live. I enjoy watching you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
We enjoy all the comments and all the
Lawn
interaction.
Commander Stacy said, what have I missed? Hi, Stacy.
We're
Not
just
much. We're
busy,
just
busy,
chatting.
busy.
Yeah, we're just chatting and we're busy. And how are you? Are you busy?
Hopefully some of the people we sent over to you are turning out all right.
Yeah, because I put on my message that we are not accepting any more clients right now, and I was very tempted to put like your name and number on our message, but that would be a little silly.
Yeah.
So anybody that has been leaving a message, I just either text them or I pass on your information for sure.
Definitely, because we can't take on anymore. Rachel's got our plate full, so.
Yeah. So, Mary Jean said, "Good evening, Rachel and Carl from Frederick, Maryland. Originally a New Jersey native. Also,
Oh, nice.
Love your videos. Love you guys. You make my
Now,
days happy."
Frederick, Maryland. I lived in Maryland.
Yeah,
Not Maryland. I lived in 8th and I Marine Barracks
Right.
in D.C.
So really close. Yeah.
The District of Columbia. Not too far from there.
Yeah. Jonathan said, "Hello, hello. I think Carl needs a new Velky before the front aeration. Oh, a Velky.
No,
Yeah, the wheels that he uses for his mower. Yeah.
I'm gonna look at them. I think I can fix it. I just need to get a really big washer for the top, and then I can put a pin. The brass coupling broke on the top of it, so I think I can just put a pin through it and put it back on.
Jay said good night.
Good night, Jay.
Jody said, "Oh, you're welcome. Thank you." So, do you guys have any questions? Do you have any questions about aerations or what we do in the off season? I mean, the farm is kind of, our garden is kind of like
On the downturn, kind of like all the weeds are growing up through the plants. But there's more tomatoes I'm gonna get tomorrow, Rachel. I think we did good on hot peppers this year, not green peppers.
No, and I wasn't good about preserving the hot peppers. Like I just used them throughout, like when I made chili or different stuff like that. But I know we just again got so busy and
and all this is kind of experimental for what we want to do in the future. We know now we can grow all this, and we don't have the perfect soil because we didn't amend it a lot.
Yeah.
So once we get our own place, because we didn't want to put a lot into the soil because it's not our place, and I don't want to spend all the money, putting too much compost. But once we get our own farm, we're gonna do a lot better with growing things and preserving.
Yeah, so if you guys are just watching us for the first time or you don't know, you haven't heard us, when we do get our own property, we would actually like to do a raised bed.
Yes.
Pick your own type thing.
All raised beds. I don't think it's going to be pick your own first. We're going to have a little market there. And of course, Rachel, she loves plants and stuff and landscape plants. We're going to hopefully open our own nursery. And then we want to do like a 2-acre, like she said, raised bed farm.
Yeah.
With all different raised beds with flowers and vegetables and everything mixed into it.
And then years down the road, obviously, we eventually want to do Christmas trees. So, and this is another thing that you guys might not know about Carl is that he actually comes from a line of farmers.
Yes,
so,
my grandfather farmed. My uncle they both farmed Christmas trees. They grew awesome tomatoes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They always had a farm on the side of the road as far as I remember
Yeah.
growing up and going to the farm and stuff. I just wish I learned a little bit more than
You
back
paid
then. You paid
attention,
attention
yeah,
a
a
little
little
bit
bit
more.
more.
But obviously something sunk in because I can keep things alive. So
True. And the funny thing is his cousin, who is actually a little bit younger than him, also dabbles in it, and he's still in Jersey actually.
yes,
But he likes to do the farming too. So it obviously runs. Like people say, like, oh, I don't have a green thumb, but I think that when you do, and it probably runs. It's an artistic skill, I think. Same thing with pruning. I think that he's really good at pruning, and I think that you have to have an artistic eye a little bit.
it's taking your time. Yeah, stepping back a few times, a few 20, 30 times. Sometimes I step back and look just to make sure everything looks good. Number one thing with pruning, because you guys are going into the fall, you're going to be doing pruning. Shape up the bottoms of the bushes and stuff. Clean them out and thin them out on the bottom. You want airflow under there. A lot
Yeah.
of times you see bushes that go down to the ground. We like to just put a little bevel on the bottom of them just so it keeps them healthier.
Yeah,
Less
just
disease.
basically opening them up and just letting air flow
Yeah.
is. Coral actually was mentioning we saw a whole line of Leland cypresses, and we always hear, oh, Lelands don't do well,
They
don't
die
plant.
at the bottom.
Yeah,
And stuff
don't
like
plant
that.
Lelands. They get disease really quickly. But what we notice is actually they just plant them too closely.
Yeah, they planted. We just did an aeration today where we seen them put them in there. What was that? Years ago. And we got to do the aeration today, and they're all growing into each other. They planted them probably like 4, maybe
Yeah,
at the
they
most
did not.
6 feet apart.
They did not take into
No.
account that these trees could get 40 feet
50,
tall.
60 feet tall.
Yeah.
Even that, and then they can get 20, 30 feet wide. So,
yeah.
I mean, when you're planting Lelands that big, if it's in an open area, you should at least have them like 10 feet apart. I mean, you figure if they grow 20 feet wide, they're going to go 10 feet that way, 10 feet, and they're going to touch. And that's why you get a lot of the dead at the bottom. When they put them too close together, there's not enough airflow, and then disease can get in there.
Yeah. So Tanya said hello from Southern California. Hello.
You guys still dry out there.
Yeah. Lucy said, I remember you were pretty busy last winter. Yeah.
I think Rachel's got us busier this.
We might be busier.
Might be
this
busier
winter.
this winter. So.
Okay, just curious, how far do you drive to see clients, and what is your route density?
Okay. Key tip, if you're just getting into it,
Yes.
try to keep your route density tight.
Yes.
We moved here, we didn't know the area, we knew nothing. We moved all the way from Jersey with all our kids just on a whim.
Yep.
Um,
So we did a lot in the city at first. We moved to west of the city, West Asheville. So we lived there for a
the first year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we started the business out of there.
Right.
And then that next year we moved 17 miles to the south.
Yeah.
So we had all our clients there and north of the city all the way up to Weaverville, which was another 10 miles to the north.
Because we took whatever, when you're first in business, like, you look at it like, okay, we're not going to have work for the winter, especially because we started in August.
Yes.
So we didn't even have that many leaf cleanups that year, or, cleanups at all. When mowing stopped, it was like...
So that was the first year I had a job at FedEx.
Yeah.
And it was one of the worst winters.
Oh man, it was tough. It was tough.
It was a tough winter.
But in spring, we got super busy. Everybody that we had in August, the year before, called us all back that spring, and then referred people also, because, we were new, we were still trying to brand ourselves. So I would give out like little incentives, like, oh, if you get a client to sign up, we'll give you $5 off of your mowing price for the month. And it worked.
And we were, and at that point, our route density was like probably 35 miles.
Too far. So stay close.
Yeah, because even now.
Do your best to stay close.
Even now, we're in Mills down here. what, 16 miles south of Asheville, but we have a group of clients that are right there in the city, and just development up there that will always have.
Yeah, we'll never get rid of them.
Um,
Because it's not just mowing, you know, these
it's other
clients that we
projects,
have, yeah.
fertilizing and stuff like that, and that's what we're trying to do for hopefully next season, just
Yeah.
to bring it down to have less clients and do more services.
Mhm.
So yeah, so route density, you want to keep it tight. And as far as picking up how far away, we really aren't taking on anything anymore. Not even projects unless it's from clients we have now.
Yeah, we have plenty of projects from clients that we have now to get us through. So
And I feel bad because it's so busy here. There's just so many people moving here, and we get so many calls, and there's only so much we can do with referring them off to people. But we do our best. We even had somebody call and say they were going to give us a bad review because we didn't call them back, even though on our machine it says we're not taking on any more new ones.
yeah. Jody said you guys are such an inspiration, and I love it in your videos. Thank you.
Thanks. That's what makes doing these videos awesome.
Yeah.
When we just make somebody's day just a little happier.
And Wayne said, hit the thumbs up. Thank you very much. We do appreciate the thumbs up. We like the likes.
Yes.
We love the comments. We like the questions. Carl likes the questions.
Yeah.
He loves the interaction for sure. Yeah, Stacy said, grow the top and dissolve the bottom.
Yes.
And you know,
Yes,
just over the years, you just you form a relationship with your clients, and you know it's hard to definitely get rid of clients that, or you know, tell clients that are so far away, like, I'm sorry, we're just not coming up that far to mow anymore.
And that is another thing, guys. You do want to build relationships with your clients to a certain point. Talk to them, interact with them, get to know them. You are on their property every week or every 2 weeks.
They need to trust you, for sure.
You know,
Yeah.
when we're on people's property, we notice when somebody moves a tree somewhere, or even moves something else into the yard, or if there's something new in the yard, we notice it. So we'll notice if something was off.
Yeah.
Because we go to the same properties all the time. And
All the time, yeah. East Tennessee Lawn said, hey guys, hello.
Hello.
We really appreciate you guys. So we are going to come up with something to do for 10,000 subscribers too. We are, like we said, are so busy, and I know it's like a broken record. But we do want to do something, and we want to do it for subscribers that we know that watch us all the time, that have been following our journey.
You know what videos we're gonna put the little giveaway in, right?
Yeah,
we're gonna put them in a garden video.
Yeah, a garden video or a family video, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
or maybe even a live like this, because you know, then we have the ability, and we won't name it like 10,000 subscriber giveaway.
Yeah.
So just make sure you guys are watching out. We want to try to give as many gifts out as possible. And I do have people that I have to send stickers to. I will get them out, I promise.
And we do have a shirt to send still to Australia.
Yes,
but
we do.
We are still waiting. Shipping is almost what, $78 to $108 to ship to Australia, because they're only taking one.
Yeah, for whatever reason right now, and it wasn't always like that, because we did just send something to Australia, I guess in the summer at some point, right?
Yeah, it's normally $21.95 or something.
So if you guys do win something and you're from Australia, it is gonna have to wait until the shipping gets resolved.
Yes,
so we
definitely.
apologize about that in advance, but just so that you're aware. So Zane said, I'm starting my business part-time and have asked you guys lots of questions. Thanks for your help. What would one piece of advice to give going from part-time to full-time? Just do it.
Yeah.
I know that you probably have a lot of reservations about going from part-time to full-time, and it's scary. But if you don't have something holding you back, like something like insurance that is super important, or anything like that, just go full bore for it.
Yeah, normally it's
Stacy actually can weigh in. I think that Stacy finally this year went full time after being how many years part time? Like so many years. So Stacy, maybe you
now
want to weigh in.
we never went from part-time from a job into full-time. We went full-time lawn care from no job when we moved down here. So, but yeah, Rachel's right. Just do it. Especially now, there's just so much. I don't know about you guys' area, but around here, and I've been hearing it around a lot of places. There's just so much work and not enough people to do it.
Yeah.
There's not enough employees to do it. Um, so there's plenty of work out there.
So you are the only reason that you wouldn't succeed.
Yeah.
If you are doing your work 110% and you are showing up, and if you are not showing up on time, then just let your clients know.
Give them a call. If you're gonna miss, if you're not gonna make it there, if you're gonna be behind in mowing, just give them a call.
They understand weather for sure, and they understand life. So I've never heard of clients getting angry because they were notified that the schedule was changing. So
And if you get behind because it's been raining, or you had a family emergency, or you had to take your kids to college or our daughter to college like we did, and a client gets irate because of that, then maybe they're not the client for you. I mean, maybe get a different client. Just that's one you would want to move on with. Like you said, you want the top, a little bit higher of clients, but don't burn yourself out. Even try and work in 20 hours a day. A lot of people starting off, you don't have to put in 20-hour days 7 days a week. I mean, you can still just work hard and put in like 8-hour days, and you know what I mean? Because a lot of guys, they burn themselves out thinking they have to work Monday through Sunday all the time.
gas prices in Pacific Northwest is over $4 a gallon. So route density definitely makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
It makes a lot of sense no matter what.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, definitely. No matter what, I put premium and everything, ethanol free and premium and everything. So I think I'm paying $3.38 a gallon or $3.48 a gallon. But we figure our prices to, as long as we've been in this business for 12 years, gas has been really low. Gas has gone way up. It's gone back down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just done this every year. You just never know. Hurricanes come in and wipe out the oil.
Yeah, especially in Western North Carolina, we do feel the effects from, tropical storms and different stuff like that. So we have experienced gas shortages before and food shortages. That is like one of the main reasons that we started growing such a large garden or farm is because we have 4 children and we need to provide for them, and it's very difficult to get good fresh produce here. So
yeah, and definitely and on the thing with gas prices, I mean, if gas went up $1 a gallon, I think we'd raise our prices a little bit. But I mean, other than that, 40-50 cents here and there, because if you raise your prices, if it goes up $1 and you raise your prices up $5, if it goes down $3, do we drop our prices?
Yeah, because it was pretty low at one point.
Oh yeah,
so,
it was down to 1 something a gallon.
So again, it's just part of business that you always know is changing for sure.
That changes so much.
So Stacy said, take a deep breath and jump.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Virgil said, I don't always agree with the whole grow the top and dissolve the bottom. We made other routes and grow as a company by continuing to grow. I think it depends mostly on where you want to take your business. Okay, so yes, absolutely. I do agree with that. We sometimes still keep thinking of just like the husband-wife team or the solo operator because there was a point in time that we were thinking like, okay, we are going to grow our routes, maybe even get a second truck, hire, but then we just started dabbling in it a little bit. Like we hired our nephew the one season. I don't know if you guys saw a lot of them, but
not to me, when we mean get rid of the bottom and keep the top. It's the lawns that you might have taken on that you way underbid a long time ago that you you can't keep lawns that you're losing money on.
Right.
No matter how awesome the client is, if you raise the price up to where you need to be paid and the client gets upset, you can't lose money on accounts. That's what we mean about the bottom. I mean, we did accounts where right now I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, how do you have to mow 96 accounts. There are some people that mow 96 accounts and make the same amount of money as somebody who's mowing 40 something accounts. You know what I mean? And that's what we mean about.
Right, true. Right, I understand. But then there's also that option of just saying like, hey, you know, I haven't raised your rate, and this is what.
Well, that's what we.
Right, and
that's
kind
what
of
we would do.
Those clients kind of weed themselves out anyway.
Like, I don't think we've ever told clients that, listen, you're not paying us enough, so we're getting rid of you.
No,
We just got rid of,
no, it was never.
We got rid
never
of
situation.
We got rid of accounts because they were just too far, and like you stop at 1 yard that you're driving 30 minutes to.
Yeah.
So you're definitely losing money. Awesome clients, they're best, and we do everything we can to refer them somewhere else. It's just the ones that you like really.
Yeah. So, Jody said, I plan on getting into the lawn mowing service within the next few years, and I wonder what you guys think of. I think it's the Kubota. He put the number 0 turn mower Kubota. He put afterwards. So we don't know a whole lot about Kubota or Kubota. Am I
I think
Kubota?
it's Kubota.
Kubota. I think I'm probably saying it wrong. I think it's Kubota. So.
I mean,
we don't know.
the neighbor has a Kubota now.
Oh yeah, he does.
I can tell you when he scalped my yard before, it was all unlevel and uneven. He got a new Kubota,
Now it looks nice.
and now it looks nice scalped. It's not uneven, so I don't.
Oh,
Other
gosh,
than that,
that's funny.
but
we did know somebody that had a Kubota. I think that they liked it, right? So, I
We've
mean, I
only-
wish we could help more. So if anybody does have a Kubota, they've owned a Kubota, you could write down below and help Jody out. That
yeah,
would be great.
we've only owned Ferris's, I think, and then Toro bush mowers, of course, and a couple Husqvarna bush mowers.
Brian said, I was working weekends from February to September this year. I'm in long service leave and working it full time now. Love it. So yeah. I mean, we definitely just jumped.
Rachel was a daycare. She owned her own daycare when we were in Jersey and was a director. I built cabinets for 10 years. We did Yankee Stadium when I worked, and we got laid off and completely decided to open up a lawn care.
Well, I
business.
didn't get laid off. I ended up just closing because I was actually running the daycare out of our house.
I got laid off.
Carl got laid off, and then we made the decision, you know, well, instead of me just keep on going here, I can do this anywhere if this is what I decide to do. So how about we move? And that's what we did. So.
And we literally, I think
we wanted to do it before our children got too old.
Yeah.
I think is
That's
really
why
what we did.
Yeah.
You know, because just moving them, and we did move once we were here several times, but we always stayed in the same area around their friends in the same school district.
Oh, you can hear the hound dog.
Yeah. Okay, so hi Carl and Rachel, got a question for you. If your clients, let's say, trim their bushes and throw the clippings in the lawn, do you guys mow over the lawn even though there are clippings on it or not?
Depending on the size of the clippings. I mean, if they're throwing branches in the yard, no. But usually boxwoods, some weeds if they pull out, things like that. Now, we've thrown some stuff in. We just did one where we clipped some and mulched it up into the lawn.
Yeah, when we prune, we sometimes will blow it into the lawn and mulch it up.
It just depends on the shrub you're pruning.
Because we're pretty much treating the lawns anyway, so it's not like anything's gonna grow. A lot of our clients don't prune themselves.
No.
I mean, I think all of our clients get us to prune, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that there's anybody that, but they do, like, they will pick weeds sometimes out of their beds and they'll just throw them into the lawn, and we have told them that they can just throw them into the lawn. Again, because we are treating the lawn, there's a pre-emergent or post-emergent on it most of the time, so it's
Yeah,
not going to hurt the lawn.
and use your judgment, like we said, boxwoods and stuff
Mhm.
like soft touch hollies and stuff like that. Now, if they're throwing crepe myrtle branches out there, then no, you don't want to chop up
Yeah.
that stuff.
Or they have like a huge pile of clippings there, then no, I wouldn't go over it. I would go around it. That they pruned it, so then it's their responsibility to clean it up, unless they ask you to remove it for free, for a fee. I was gonna say. So, Stacy said he had the best job in Asheville. Yeah. Are you sad? Are you happy to still be doing your own thing?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
Our other, Ted got out of it. Our other friend.
Mm.
Um,
So we do not raise prices when gas goes up, Vicky said.
No, it's pretty built in.
That's what I'm saying. It is one of those things that you kind of just have to keep in your head, like, okay, worst case scenario, we're paying this amount.
I mean, now,
per gas.
if there's a gas crisis and it goes up $2 or $3, then you have to. I mean, like we said, you can't. But 50, 60 cents here and there, 20 cents here and there.
So do you guys have any other questions? I don't know. What else can we talk about? How long have we been on? There's 33 people on. You guys are awesome.
I think we've been on for a little while, right?
Yeah.
Oh, here's a question I have for you guys. Do you guys like the lives when we were out doing the aeration the other night? If any of you guys have watched it.
While we're working.
Yeah,
the lives while we're working.
While we were out working. I just said, heck, let's try and see if it gets good reception. I'll do it a little more often if you guys enjoy them.
Leaves. Stacy said leaves. I don't know. Are you? I'm not looking forward to leaves either.
But we're doing the same thing as we did every year. We're going to mow the yards as the leaves come down.
Yeah.
And then if they get too heavy. But, I'm thinking, do we even have a lot of yards with leaves anymore? Like a lot of leaves? Not many, right?
No, I'm trying to think.
That is awesome.
The one I actually started mowing up some leaves already.
Yeah, I gotta think. I don't think we have many yards that have a lot of leaves. I mean, there's gonna be leaves from the trees that are around in the yard, the little trees, but I don't think we do.
Yeah. Lucy
Shelley.
said.
Shelley has a lot of leaves.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and we're still we still have a couple. Now that I'm thinking about it, we still have a couple with leaves. We were being hopeful.
Wishful thinking.
We were like, it was like out of sight, out of mind.
Wait, can we jump from just lawn aerations right to landscaping and skip the whole leaf?
But I do have to say, the bagger does help a little bit. It's just a pain because it doesn't hold a whole lot. So you're going back and forth to the trailer like several times.
Yeah.
Lucy said, how's Kayla doing? She is doing great.
Yeah, she's doing awesome.
Yeah.
We get to see her again.
Mr. and Mrs. Walter Dobbs said yes, but caught it when I got home from work. So, right, yeah, that might be the only thing is, during the day, because obviously we work during the day.
Yeah, so.
And Wayne said yes on the lives. So.
Well, anybody who does lawn care, if they're not doing much in the winter, they'll see some live landscaping. Although, you watch, you know what's going to happen, right? You do know what's going to happen.
It's going to be so cold.
What's going to happen is we're going to have all this work ready
What's going to happen?
And the bottom's going to drop out. Because I'm predicting it's going to be very cold here in the mountains this year. But I'm hoping it's a little later in the season before it gets too cold.
Yeah.
And if it's, I don't care. If it's 32 degrees out, I'm not going out and doing landscaping.
No, so like normally we will have probably December and maybe January where we won't be able to work consistently.
Yeah, just here and there on
Yeah.
warm days. We did mow one year all the way up until Christmas. You do remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. So Brian said, yes, with the leaves, does anyone use something like a billy goat to collect and mulch, or do you just use your bagger, grasser catcher? So we just use our bagger and tarps. Carl likes tarps because it's easy to just do a whole bunch on the tarp and then for us to both pull it into the trailer, pull it off the trailer. He's always done tarps.
Although the benefit to the bagger is Rachel mulches them up really well.
And they're really little.
Really little, and we definitely use them for compost and stuff like that.
So I would be interested to hear if anybody does use a billy goat because, maybe we could pick up more. I don't know how much that holds. I don't know.
Well, I know the billy goat thing is when you go behind and it has a bagging thing. Pretty decent bagger.
Yeah.
And it
grinds it up as a leaf bag. Does that shred it up to? Oh, like one of those big ones.
That you suck off. But we don't do that. We mulch up all the leaves into the lawn for the
So
most
Stacy
part.
can have them. He's got an idea for picking up leaves. He just needs leaves to pick up. We will definitely call you.
Wait a second. Somebody called us today about 3 acres of leaves, remember?
No, really? Oh, yeah. I did keep the message, too, because I think that we did think of you.
3 acres, she said, leaf cleanup.
Yeah,
so
leaf cleanup.
We'll send it your way.
Yeah, for sure. How often do you guys sharpen your mower blades, replace them? So we did go over this a little bit earlier in the video. We've been bad the end of the season.
About 3 weeks. I'm going to do it again now because we have all new fescue getting ready to come up, and I want nice sharp blades. But honestly, if you're mowing 40 or 50 lawns a week and they're really good manicured lawns, you can probably go every 2 weeks. But if you're like mowing up lawns that have a lot of weeds, maybe sticks and stuff like that, then every week it definitely.
Or if you're going over stumps,
it definitely makes a difference when you're sharper, when it pulls and cuts the blades.
So
the grass.
We've lowered our deck because of aeration, so they need to be sharpened. I think we'll actually show you guys when Carl sharpens them.
And we've been cutting a little lower, and another thing with the Jonathan Green seed I'm looking forward to is it's supposed to cut nice at 3.5, 3 3/4. So.
Oh, Vicky said, looks like up here in North Michigan, it's going to be an early, long, cold, and snowy winter. So, like we have stated before, the persimmons are actually predicting a cold, wet, snowy winter here.
Yeah, they're spoons, so.
Yeah, they're spoons. So, cold, wet, snowy winter here, but that's just the persimmons. We don't know. Now, I did see a couple woolly bears, and the woolly bears that I saw were brown.
The woolly bears that I saw were black, so.
So we don't know, but it's early still, and then another old wives' tale is the amount of days that we have.
A heavy fog.
Yeah, heavy fog in August is the amount of days that we're gonna have not great weather in the winter, and we have had a lot of fog.
That have bled all the way in through September, and every morning
Is that true, Stacy, by you too? I wonder if Stacy's had a lot of fog also, so Vicky said Dr. Vac is great, so I guess that's another type of,
back when we had a lot of leaves, like Rachel said, I just wrap it all up in tarps, drag it into the trailer, pull the tarp out, load it up again.
So I haven't seen Kodiak Wild comment in a while, but he's one that likes tarps too. Yeah. I think, right? Because I think every time I try to do it. I like to mulch everything up. I don't like to take anything. I like to use the beast, and I like to just.
And as long as you're able to get to the yards weekly, after all the grass grows from the seed we put down, if we can get there weekly after it's grown for a little while, and manage the leaves, it just depends on what's going to happen, because you get years where they come down this, and then you get years where they just all come down.
Yeah. But there really, I'm trying to think that there really isn't anybody that we have to do a huge leaf cleanup for, I don't think.
No.
So,
Goodness.
yeah, thank goodness.
We got rid of them all.
Yeah, it's just all, it will definitely be all lawns that we'll be able to just mulch up and like, if I do have to put the bagger on, I'm thinking of one lawn that I know that I'm gonna have to like blow out of the beds and stuff and then bag up. But other than that, oh leaves, oh leaves. Do you guys know from watching
What do you get, the leaf
the
croup,
leaf croup? Yeah.
where you're like all winter, you know, when you're cleaning up the leaves, it's almost like mulch. You definitely should wear a mask when you're doing mulch and leaves.
So Lucy wants to know which one of you responds to comments.
Both.
Yeah. Okay, so we might be looked at as a little weird. But we are constantly together. Constantly
24/7.
together. Yeah, pretty much.
There's never a time we're not with each other.
Yeah, I mean, now recently, because I've been, staying at home to school the kids in the morning sometimes, Carl's been going out on his solo, but even when he was solo back in the day and he used to go out and do all the work, we probably were on the phone like 8 times a day.
Definitely. Every time I got left the yard, she probably got tired of me calling. But
No, never. So we do, we are always together, but sometimes I will comment, sometimes he will comment. It just depends. Sometimes I'll read the comments when we're driving from job to job. So
okay, so here's a key tip for anybody looking at comments and for people who get responses.
Do you guys want me to write like a little R?
No, I know a tip. If there's something spelled wrong in the comment, more than likely it was me. So just to let you know, or the grammar's not as good.
The grammar.
Then it was probably me that did it, not Rachel. But
so yeah, it just really depends. Now, as far as like editing and putting all the videos up and all that stuff, it is all
and all the recording, the editing, everything's all I do all that.
So the majority of it really is him. I will respond to comments again, like if we're driving from job to job or I have some downtime during the day. Usually in early morning or at night, I'm either dealing with kids or paperwork side of the business. So it's usually him, I think.
Now, if you specifically ask a question to Rachel, it's her that responds to it.
Carl will, even if he sees it, he'll even say like, "Oh, so and so asked you a question," and especially if it has something to do with like the 61.
Yeah, because she uses that one.
Yeah, or the 36 because I usually So we're a team. We're a team. Brian said, "Have you ever mulch mowed, and what was your experience?" Mulch mode,
Put a mulch plate on the mower and mow with it?
Mulching blades, mulching
A
mulch plate, mulch kit, mulching blades. No, we don't have a mulch kit on the mower, do we?
None.
I wonder if that would work even better.
It might.
Yeah, I wonder if we should maybe
because we are a huge advocate of mulching up the leaves and the grass clippings back.
Yeah,
into
it's your
the lawn.
Fertilizer.
Especially tall fescue lawns. We don't get thatch here where we're at usually, so we've never dethatched the lawn.
Yeah. So Billy Goat makes a really nice lawn vacuum. Yeah, I mean it is kind of neat to see like those big leaf vacs too. Like I know Ferris makes one. I know Skag makes one.
Huge blowers.
Yeah, like the stand-on blowers, right? Oh, that's what I meant, right?
Yeah, I'd like to.
So
we'd have Rachel do. She'd get her old pile made with the blower, and I'd come by and blow it all back in.
But that is definitely not an investment that we're willing to make.
I don't see me ever buying a
no. We definitely need a stand-on sprayer before that.
One of them is something you do if you have big commercial properties. It's the same thing for anybody with. I always tell people when buying blowers, if you're buying a blower in the springtime, don't get a 800, don't get a 700, get like a 600, even a 500 or a smaller one. Now, if you're starting and you need a new blower going in late summer into fall, I'd buy the bigger one because you need to push more leaves. But like if you're starting in the spring, there's no need for that big BR800 or even the big Echo that they have.
Yeah.
I mean, that's only, we don't even use the BR800 the whole year.
No, it's too heavy for me, to be honest with you.
Only
I
with
do
leaves
not like
because
it at all.
it moves leaves. The 600 is nice.
I don't like it. And somebody actually asked the other day about the side start because we do have the 800. What is it? CE or something?
Yeah.
We have the one with the side start.
I broke that.
It broke. But it was pretty easily fixed. And
Not
it's
fixed
not
the
fixed
way
the
it's
right way.
supposed to be fixed,
right.
but it starts.
Yeah, it starts. And I think now probably I could get a replacement. I just haven't looked. I hurried up and ordered a replacement for the 600 because we use the 600 a lot more. And that was really easily fixed also. You just take it off and
Yeah,
so
that's what I
what
liked about
usually
them.
breaks on them are the pull cords,
Yeah.
if you guys don't know.
And they just sell a whole thing you put on, 4 bolts or 3 bolts.
So Lucy said that she likes that we respond. We really like that you guys like ask questions and write.
And we try to
comments
in the
and-
last week or two, no, because we've been just really busy, but I try to go back and respond to as many as I can.
Yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Walter Dove said, I love watching you guys and your relationship. Not many husband and wife teams. Used to love working with my husband. Yeah. It really does make it fun. And yeah, we appreciate each other and we do. We're very grateful that we work well together because that's not always easy.
No, it's not.
You guys know, husband and wives can't always, if you if you both have like very strong personalities, it may not work very well.
And if you
right?
do both have very strong, just give a little leeway.
Yeah.
Just
we work,
you know.
we both are very flexible. And it's not, we have many, many years that we have been together.
I think 25 years now, right?
Yeah,
26?
might even be 26 coming
In
up.
November.
So we lose track. It's crazy. Okay, so Jody said, I think it's so cool how close you two are together and you make YouTube worth the watching. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We really do appreciate it.
And you guys
And
make
we
it worth
didn't
making
tell
the
you
video.
guys that to get, the comments. We want you guys to know who we are. You are watching our journey and you ask us a question, we're gonna answer for sure. 600 is enough for anything. Yeah. Stacy agreed also.
Now, I still don't like my 94R, Stacy. It's still, actually, now that it's cooler out, it decides it wants to work a little better. I don't have as many problems with it, so I think it is the heat.
Yeah.
I think them 94Rs do not like the heat.
Yeah. So love how you guys always end your videos with the be happy or at least try. Also love how you keep the videos family friendly.
Life, thanks. Life is too short for one to not be happy. I mean, really. I mean, listen, days aren't perfect all the time. We have our bad days.
Yeah.
Everybody has their bad days. It's how
life.
you handle it. It's how you move on after that bad day.
Yeah, I think that we just, again, because of experience, and believe me, we know for sure that we have not experienced it all. We know that there is going to be many more experiences for us to experience, and hopefully more good than bad.
What were you saying just today? You were saying how how things are going along good. Things are, everything's good. You're enjoying it. Everything seems to be... But you always sit there and think in the back of your head, like, something's going to happen.
What's going to break next?
It's not what's going to break next?
What wrench is going to be thrown at you next, basically.
So it's life.
Yeah, it is life.
And listen, it takes a lot more energy to be unhappy. It does.
I agree with that. So, David said, good evening, Bennett.
Good evening. David?
Yeah. Stacy said he may get 90-10 just for fun. So what's the 9010? A blower? I think that might be.
The Echo, right?
Oh, is it the Echo?
Right? The Echo's the 9010.
Yeah,
right?
it might be.
Wait, when did we do his lawn? They probably don't order it either. Is any of the grass germinating?
Oh, David. Oh, it
Any of
is.
them?
David.
Is
Oh
it-
yeah, because they might. How are they looking, David? Let us know.
Is any of that seed germinating? I know the grass probably started turning white already.
So Ginger Lily said, "Hi Rachel and Carl. Have you guys ever considered looking into the electric equipment?"
Yes, definitely. If I make another weed eater, I'm going with the steel battery operated one. Not the little one, the commercial one.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to demo it first. They did tell me it's just like the 131 gas powered one. It has that much power. I'd be curious because I do like the battery stuff. And people say, well, the battery will die. We have a plug right in our car.
Yeah.
So when we get in the car, turn it on, the battery's charging. There's always a battery charging.
Yeah, so when I did have the trimmer, I did have actually a battery operated trimmer. The problem is that Carl is so good at trimming and I am just not good at it. And
Right?
right, exactly. And the battery powered trimmer just didn't cut the grass up like his
No,
trimmer.
it had the little green line. It didn't have the power.
Yeah, .80 line or something.
And
so.
now the new one, not the battery pack one that you put on your back. I will never use that where I have to hook a battery. The one that you slide a battery in. He said it has as much power, and I'd be very curious. And hedge trimmers. I do want to invest in another, if they have a commercial set of hedge trimmers, because the number one thing with the gas hedge trimmers is the noise and the smell of the exhaust on them.
Yeah.
That has to be messing with your lungs when you breathe that in.
Southern Yard said your working relationship is a testimony to dark, selfish world. That's very
Thanks.
nice. Thank you. Jody said thanks for responding. Vicky said everyone has different qualities. That's what makes good husband and wife team.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't, to be honest with you, it probably doesn't even just come down to a husband and wife team.
Yeah.
You know, even if you're two guys, two women,
As
whatever,
partner, yeah.
as partner, any couple working, in this field, when you're working so closely together and day in and day out, and then, end of the summer burn starts coming, you just have to, and maybe that's why we say to be happy or at least try, because you just have to remind yourself, be grateful for every day, because it's not always guaranteed, and be grateful, even if it is a bump in the road, it's a learning opportunity, I guess. So I don't know. You just have to try to be happy.
And Rachel, I'll admit it, Rachel.
And be flexible and willing to just be flexible.
And I gotta admit it, Rachel can mow. She can mow. She can mow with the beast better than I can.
Thank you.
She's fast with it. And I do enjoy weed eating.
Yeah. So yes, and you're good at weed eating. So we just make a good team. But
I think you gotta get in a rhythm.
And Vicky and Mark work together too. So I mean, you guys know. And again, even if you're just a guy and a friend, or
partners,
a girl
partners.
and a friend, right? I mean, again, you just have to be flexible and understand that it's not all about you. You have somebody that you have to work closely together, and you guys have to work well together, because when you don't work well together, then that's when things go wrong and stuff goes astray.
And being
longer,
being a husband wife team, partner, solo, it's a different game than like the bigger, running crews. It is a totally different business than the bigger companies.
Tanya said keep a sense of humor when you are having a challenging day.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yes, definitely.
It is. I think it's been proven that it's just healthier to smile.
Don't ever go to bed mad at each other. Or mad at someone.
Yeah, I know that hurts your heart. Murphy is gonna show up for sure. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, definitely.
That is
Always does.
Stacy, hush your mouth.
We've been lucky this year. The transmission went,
Oh
but it
my
was covered
gosh.
under warranty. I mean,
What did you say that for?
Listen, we have 10 or 15 more aerations. I just keep my fingers crossed that nothing happens because, like you said, Murphy's Law. You know, we got our big one done. That's all I'm worried about.
So David said Cummings looks like it snowed with tenacity. Okay, so I don't know if you noticed this, but it almost turned some of the fescue white too. So I don't know if he mixed it.
No, it won't hurt it.
No, it won't hurt it. It will bounce back. It
Yeah.
will be fine.
Some of it
will
does
look
because
good. It will look good in a couple weeks.
because
I know,
that
and
could
all
have been.
this rain that's coming next week, I'm actually. He said it's the germination slow because of lack of watering.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, and I'm so glad we're getting this rain
Yeah.
because even not only them, we have clients we went to this week that we know. You can tell when a client hasn't been watering if they're more than halfway gone after you come back in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Then they've been watering. Now, if they're not gone and you still see the seed, you know they weren't watering.
I was actually surprised to see as many cores in the yards that you did the day that it was starting to rain. Remember, you went out in the morning and you went and did those couple. And
Yeah,
it was
but that
sitting
just
in-
shows me that they haven't really been watering.
Well, no, they haven't watered it at all.
And it's been 2 weeks.
All it got was that rain, and then
We this year stressed to as many as everyone, 15 minutes a day. If that's all you can do, just give it 15 minutes and wet the seed.
yeah.
The only good thing is we should start seeing it now in another week because of the rain we're getting, and we had a lot of heavy dews, like we were saying.
Yeah, which I think the heavy dews will help.
Yeah.
But I want to say good night to Mr. and Mrs. Walter Dobb.
Good night.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in. We may have a week of almost no mowing with the weather coming. Not looking good this week. Yeah, David said that. Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, David. We have lawns that are at a month now that we haven't mowed. Did you say shh?
Yeah.
The one we mowed today was, what was it, 20 something days, and it wasn't even that long.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have like 3 that we already told them next week we're gonna squeeze them in. But we talk to our clients and we tell them we have aerations and seed are time sensitive. We can't push them off at all.
No, and we didn't even get done as many as we really wanted to this week.
Yeah.
It just, when you're doing soil also, they definitely, aerations anyway take time.
Yeah, and as we get further and further, because we've done 25 already, as we get further and further into them, I kind of get a little more worn out. Like, you guys didn't see the video I aerated a mountain. It was literally like this I aerated.
Yeah.
And with that walk behind, it's hard.
Jody said the Echo PB9010T is the best blower in the industry. Well, that's what is great about this industry is that everybody can have their favorites. Yeah.
We tried the Echo, but we tried the 580.
Yeah, we just had the little one. Just the little one, and it started giving me a hard time starting it. I don't like anything that takes more than like 2 pulls to start. Because, man, I'm just little, and it's tiring to pull with you.
And I think the straw that broke the camel's back on the Echo is when the pull cord thing broke.
Oh, yeah.
We bought the part, ready to replace it, and found out that you needed a special tool to replace it, and I said... And we ended up gifting it to a friend anyway. So.
Yeah, so it didn't go to waste, and it was fixed, and... Not saying anything bad about Echo at all because we have met many people that work for Echo and they're absolutely fabulous.
And my first weed eater when we started the business was an Echo.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just not our choice, just the same as, we really like Ferris. We are not paid.
No,
we are not paid by Ferris. We are not paid by Steel. We are not... The equipment that we have is what we have bought with our money, are invested in, and just because.
And even though the Hydro went on to 61, the Hydro went on the 36 at one point. The one on the 61 was covered, and it's, in my opinion, they're the best stand-on mowers, the Ferrises. especially her 61. They hug hills really nicely, and even state you go all the way back. I think Simplicity, right? They were Ferris too, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
That was just isn't that who they were?
Yeah.
Or what is it? Stacy had.
Yeah.
Was that what Stacy? Was
Right.
that what you had, Stacy? The same one that's. Just
I think it was the Simplicity because I was saying like, well, maybe if we could even find one of those. Right?
I'm sure he'll tell us.
Yeah,
right?
he'll tell us. And then, Nate, say good night to you.
Good night, Nate.
Yeah, blessings to you also.
Yeah, we'll probably get off in a little bit.
What is your company, David? Oh yeah, David and Stacy. I think that you met David before.
Yeah, we went to dinner or lunch. Remember?
I think yeah, Stacy. David came to lunch with us when we went. So
It was David,
I think you both were there. Yeah. Do you have many lawns to mark with sprinkler systems? Okay, so you as the provider should not be marking sprinkler systems. You should have the client mark your sprinklers. Their
Unless
sprinkler
you were
systems.
the company that put the sprinkler system.
Yeah,
in.
unless you're the sprinkler system company. So you either tell the client to either A, they have to mark out the sprinkler heads, or B, the sprinkler head company has to come mark them out, because you want to tell them that you are not responsible for.
Now, the one, if you guys seen the giant one, he just had sprinklers put into the whole irrigation put into that whole property.
Right.
He's an older client,
Yes.
and I asked him about sprinkler heads, and normally you might
So
get
do what we tell you and not what we do.
Yeah. So I asked him, and I said, "Can you get the sprinklers marked out?" And he.
Oh, Snapper Pro.
Oh, Snapper Pro.
Snapper Pro.
He said no. Looked at me and said, "No, I can't." And I don't know if he could call the company or whatever.
Right. I don't know if he wanted to get the company back out. To have him turn it on,
But it's
so
in
that we
zones
could,
on
yes,
different days, so
because
that,
it's so big.
that became an issue. So I just said to him, "I'll do my best to mark out the sprinkler heads."
Right.
And then I said, "If we happen to hit one, I know someone that might be able to replace it, or we'll try to replace it." And he was fine with that, but we didn't hit any. So
Yeah. Lucy said, "Good night, my friends."
good night, Lucy.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get off at like 11, so there's about 8 minutes left.
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody for chatting with us tonight.
And we appreciate it so much.
It's always fun. Vicky, say good night. Everybody have a good night. Yeah. So, and it was the Snapper, not the Simplicity. Simplicity.
Yeah, Snapper Pro.
Yeah. Simplicity is one that they probably, at the big box stores.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But Snapper Pro. Sorry you have had bad luck with your Echo equipment. I'm not biased. The Still BR800 is another awesome blower. Yeah,
They get the job done.
Right, whatever gets the job done.
I mean, you really can't go much more power, but I mean, what are they going to come out with now? The
David
BR
said
10,000?
he likes the Husky 580 BTS.
Okay, I had a Husky 350, I think it was, and to be honest with you, when I first started out, that blower started on the first pool every season for 3 seasons, and then I forgot what happened, and I had to replace the pool thing, and it didn't start again that good anymore.
Yeah, and it was a really good blower.
It was a really good blower.
Stacy said he has to come over and do a live together. Yeah, that would be fun.
Wait a second.
Wait, I thought that he was gonna come over and do the weed eating.
We could do a live doing the weed eating.
Oh yeah.
But that's if they don't get to it first, man. I'm so busy. I'd love to do a live weed eating on that hill there, but we'd have to put our safety equipment on.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be a couple weekends from now.
Yeah.
We'll have to call you. We have to finish these aerations first.
Maybe if I just nip the front corner a little.
Maybe.
Right? Because they have a hard time seeing. That's why they come. It's not our responsibility, but it just makes fun videos sometimes.
Yeah, if you guys don't know this, we actually live around, I guess it's a big homestead.
Yeah.
It's a family that owns it. And they hay you know, around us. So they're actually responsible for that part. And then the hay fields. But we do it because, I mean, we live here. This is our home for right now. And, you know, we like to keep it as tidy as we can.
Now, a lot
We
of
do get
overgrown
busy.
spots.
Yeah.
The parts you can see are really, we keep up as good as we can. Now the other side, we gotta get to that.
Yeah.
And the bushes. They're not our responsibility neither, but I'm gonna trim them anyway.
The lawn care life in Missouri. He
Oh,
said,
nice.
hi from Missouri. Another fairs, right? But, oh, well, now does he have Ventrac?
Oh, I think he does.
Is he the one? Are you the one with the Ventrac? I believe that you are.
But he still
right?
has Paris.
I think so,
Why
right?
would you give him Paris?
I don't know. We try to remember everybody. We watch so many different people and like all different videos but we try to remember the best that we can. So we really do appreciate you guys, like we said.
Yeah, we're gonna
I
get
don't
off.
think that there's any other questions.
We're gonna get off now.
Yes, I have the Ventrac, he said.
Oh, okay. See,
Yeah.
so you're right. See.
Yeah, I thought so because with Stacy with the Ventrac too. When we
No,
did
the
video.
Ventrac's a good machine. I like that machine. If
Yeah.
I had a lot of acres, then yeah. Because you can do all kinds of different things with the Ventrac. Like our mowers are finishing mowers. You
Yeah,
know?
Stacy said, "Hey, Cameron, yeah, the Ventrac." So, yeah, and if you guys don't know this, we actually did a video with Stacy with the Ventrac. He actually helped us at a client's house that had like a big overgrown field that needed knocked down, and then he brought it back here and helped us knock. We got so super busy, we didn't mow for like a
The whole
really
year.
long time. Yeah, it was bad.
Not the whole property.
No.
Just the side that we used to have the garden on.
Yeah, so he came and helped us knock it down. So,
What is it? The old saying: "The shoemaker's kid's the one who went out the shoes."
yeah.
The lawn
Yeah,
care
he
guys
said
are with the lawn
He remembers Stacy bringing the Ventrac over for us. Yeah. So.
Yeah, Stacy's Ventrac video got a lot of the one we put up. That got a lot of views.
Yeah. And then Ventrac stole it.
Yeah.
We didn't even know. I think Stacy was like, "Hey guys, look what I just found."
Some people got upset because he didn't have his row bar up on a flat land, but
Yeah.
remember that?
We'll mow together again, Stacy said for sure. Brian said good night.
Good night.
Started saying goodnight to you guys and then we started talking again, but we really appreciate you guys, and like we said, please just keep tuning in, especially to these lives, because you never know when we're gonna give away a little prize.
Yeah, guys. So
So should we do our please like, comment, share, and subscribe,
and be happy, guys.
or at least try.
Have a good night.
Have a
guys.
good night, guys.
See you
And
tomorrow.
Yeah.
I never know how to end this.
Good night, guys.